truth is, it's changing you completely. You will never ever be the same again. Just like with fasting, I talk about this in other videos, but right now I'm talking about a subject that not many people want to talk about. How you change when you have a baby. Hi and welcome in today's video. Maryam here, sharing about how to live a more nourishing, energizing and prosperous life. In today's video, I am talking about motherhood and how does it feel like, especially if you're a first-time mom, but not only that. How does it feel like, and how to accept something that is not easy to accept. Change. Change and fast change and deep change and change that you don't even have the control onto, and be okay with that. And let people know whatever they think you're becoming or however weird they think you are is okay. So I am a mother of a 3-month-old baby girl. This is my first, and I just wanted to share how is it like on a daily basis, and how is it like to be a mom if you've never been one, or if you are already a mom, because every baby is different. So before having a baby, normally what happens for me was you plan things, right? You plan how you're going to live, how you're going to set the nursery, what you're going to learn, how is it going to be like for feeding, if you're going to breastfeeding or bottle feed, or who is going to do what around in your family or maybe your friends. And it's all kind of I guess exciting, right? And I've always been very happy to be pregnant, and my whole pregnancy was great, and the birth was also great. I share about all of this in other videos. I will link them down below underneath this one. And then baby comes, and it's kind of, it can match some of your expectations or some of your plans, but the truth is most of the things are just going to be wow, absolutely new and absolutely uncomfortable. And even if you learn things, you're going to realize that what you need to really know about is only going to happen to you through experience. So it's not like there's no point learning, but you can only plan so much, which is going to be so little anyway, that afterwards when baby comes, it's just going to throw your routine, your life and everything away, and you will have to just update everything. And this is this definition called Matrescense. That's how they call it scientifically, which is a term that means that how the process of a woman becoming a mother, how different that is, and how it is of a complete shift of life. And this is important to know, this one. I didn't realize I would be that different, but I kind of knew that things would be questioning in my head. So basically, all the number one thing that changed a lot is your tendencies and your qualities will be amplified. So if you tend to be like me, extreme, okay, so you either super nice or super bitchy. Not that you want to be like that, but you are, because of the qualities. Let's say for my example, I am a perfectionist, so I tend to be like that with other people too. I have high expectations of them, I have high standards, and there's things that people freak out around me because of the small details I'm going to point out. And because now I have a baby, is even more emphasized. So for instance, if I go to someone's place and the floor isn't super clean, or the bed is messy, or the room, basically the rooms are messy a little bit, not even messy but disorganized, not fully super wow. Not that my house is super organized, but you see, like, this is messy for me because there's her little gown over there, and there's still her baby old Moses basket over here that is about to be sold, if I can sell it. So these things for me are important, and because I have her now, there's things that I won't accept that I was accepting before, because before I was sacrificing because it didn't matter to me. I think because I like people so much, it doesn't really matter for me to sacrifice, but because I want her to have the best life she can have, there's things I'm going to be absolutely intolerant. So intolerance is something that came in my life since I had her. Also, I'm normally more of a tolerant person. I don't even mind if people smoke next to me or do these things. But because of her now, I'd be very, very picky on things like that. And it's normal as well, right? But not talking about that extent when it comes to, again, a house and organization. And I realize I criticize a lot more in my head. So I'm going to just share openly things so that people, other women watching this video, don't think about themselves as being bad women or bad person because they think this way, because it's normal. So I tend to like criticize a lot more, even if it's inside thoughts. Like what crosses my mind is, how can people be so disorganized? How can people live such a messy life? How can people be like this and that? Don't even look after themselves, or don't even do this. Even other moms, like very bad. I tend to compare myself with other moms, and because I'm like this superwoman mindset and behavior, I would criticize. Or if it's not openly said, verbally, it's inside. So that's what I mean. These tendencies were already there before, but kind of sleeping inside of me, and I was always aware of them. Now I'm aware of them, but then the shouting, screaming out to my own self, like it's people can feel that, I guess. It's just not really pleasant. But yeah, am I feeling guilty for this? No, absolutely not. And I think it's fine, because tendency always go with quality. Any tendency you have actually has her partner, which is a quality, and that's what you want to focus on. So the quality, as I said, of being a critic and being comparing is that you always strive for more, and you always rise your standards, and that's good in your life, because then you always better yourself and improve yourself. Depends on what you're working on. If you have your own business, for instance, which I really, really recommend to every mother out there, if you are into employment and if you are into a maternity leave and not doing anything in terms of work, how terrible a life that is, and how does it adds so much to your Matrescense feeling and to your feeling of changing so much into motherhood, because you really only live for your baby right now, and maybe yourself if you have time to do that. But you don't actually create any more value for the world apart from this, which is great, right? Do get me right. But you don't do things that are for yourself and bringing you the feeling of prosperity, and that's not okay. I think if I didn't have work, I'd feel terrible. I would feel really, really bad. And I think this is we have to redefine that. It used to be this way. We mothers, we have to behave like this and this and that. Being a good mom is this and this and that. Being a good mom is not working, is breastfeeding, is looking after your baby by yourself until your baby is so old, at least 6 months, even maybe a year for some people that believe. In certain culture, you have to, if you're a mom, then it's mostly you are going to do the work. Dad isn't going to be around much. So some people have this belief, or some people have the belief that dad cannot do anything really. Other beliefs are around being a good mom is to do these activities and do this with your child and talk like this with your child and loving being a mom all the time. And it's not true. And not really pampering yourself anymore. Some people will say that putting makeup on when you're a mom doesn't make sense. Having long nails isn't good. And all this, I'm not saying is good or bad. I'm not even judging. But I do say that because of all these things and all these beliefs and all these background around women, we tend to feel guilty. And we tend to feel like we can't behave this way. We can't choose to maybe not breastfeed, although I'm not really for this. We can not choose to maybe put your baby with other people, babysitter, nurseries, if they under that type of whichever age. We feel afraid of being criticized or judged. And if we want to still work, and I know because I've had the feedback on this, we are believed to be not good enough and not able to be there for a child, which isn't true. If you are organized, believe me, you can work and you can earn money and you can be happy and you can also have time for your child. And because you work and you earn the money, you can buy stuff for your child even more. You can go to activities, you can do things, you can put your child to nursery, even if it's only an hour or two a week. And even if your child is breastfeeding and is less than 6 months old, it is possible. I'm not doing that, but I'm looking for this. And that because I'm doing that doesn't mean I'm not a good mom, right? Okay, so every mother out there, and this is not just motherhood, even before being a mom, people can criticize you for not being a good makeup for a mom. I remember when I was working in a club in London dancing, some of my family members were asking me, what are you going to do when you have a baby? And then I was questioning, wait, why are they asking this question? That means they think because you dance in a club, you can't be a good mom. because you do things that are actually healthy, because you are your own boss, you do your own, because dancing in a club, being in a gentleman's club was so much work for not just me but anyone. You have to sell super fast, you have to be super great performing on stage, you have to be ready in no time to do all of this, you have to look at everyone and make sure they spend a good time. You have to not just work on the admin part of when you receive the money, how to declare it and work on it, but you also have to work on yourself to maintain health so that you are able to dance. You have to wax all the time everywhere so that you are super looking perfect. All of this, and they question how good a mom can you be, when they wouldn't question someone, for instance, having a company employing children in China or killing animals, doing factory farming. They won't ask this person, what are you going to do when you have a baby? No, they won't. They are asking you, working your ass off by yourself, okay, doing your best with what you have and working on your health. If you're going to be a good mom, kind of like this is what it means. And even not talking about that, if you eat a diet or you're working on your diet and refining it in quality and quantity, fasting, or maybe being a vegan, vegetarian, all this, people will still question, what are you going to do when you have a baby? Just like if eating healthy was questionable when being a mom, and those who eat junk food and whatever it is that is maybe 5 meals a day, whatever, and are fat and overweight, they don't get the questions asked, what are you going to do when you have a baby? When really those people would be questionable in terms of being good parent if there was good and bad. I'm not saying again it's easy, it's not a one direction thing, but it's interesting how we get criticized when we work actually on bettering and improving ourselves, and especially us women. So for every woman out there, I want to say, you gotta be assertive and you gotta be strong, because not to just reply and react to those people, this is a waste of time, but just to remember and realize you are doing great no matter what, and nobody knows what your life is about. And if you choose to be a mom on your own terms, you only know what is best for you and your child, all right? And from the outside, it doesn't always look like what is actually the life that you're going through inside. Okay, so every mom out there, I would recommend, coming back to this, you should work and work online and work from home. And if there's so many things you can do, right? You can sell courses if you are able to teach something, and don't say you're not, because all of us women, just being a mother, you are able to teach stuff. You are able to teach how you went through pregnancy. You are able to teach how you went through labor, giving birth, no matter how you gave birth, because the way you gave birth is the way that you can teach other people. Or teaching doesn't mean you are an expert in the field, but because you went through the experience, there's things you can say and give advice to others who are looking for the same type of experience or are going through the same experience, even they're not looking for it. Let's say you went through a C-section. How did you recover from it? And then you can share that. Anything, if you have a baby, you can share how is it like on a daily basis. You can just basically, even if you don't teach anything, share your life. And then do maybe affiliations, sell other products if you don't want to create your own. Sell baby stuff for which you receive a commission every time the product is sold. If you don't want to do that, you can sell stuff on eBay or Amazon. Find ways. It's in today's world, anything you like you can sell, and it's possible for anyone, even those who are absolutely new in the field. I wasn't born knowing how to sell online. I wasn't born knowing how to sell, and if anything, I was born in a family where selling, business, work was a trauma, right? So I actually had to heal first before I was able to sell or do anything online. But yeah, so this is the thing I wanted to share about Matrescense and motherhood. You want to rethink about everything. You're going to re-question your life. For me, I'm questioning like all the decoration in my house, everything I'm doing, the activities, the way I want to organize my life, what I want to do and not do, everything is based on her. Like, I don't even think about what is it that I want myself. I'm asking the question, what it is that she wants, and then I plan my life accordingly. If she At the moment I'm looking a lot at baby classes and nursery because I want her to have a diversity, for instance, a diversity of people around her. I'm not so much into the old pattern of raising a child, you and your partner and the family around. I'm not into that, and because I realize I'm more into diversity, life is throwing me the experience of having some people that said would help or said would be around aren't around much at all, or aren't exactly doing what they said they would do. So in other words, things are appearing that lead me to the way of creating diversity for her, for my child. And I think this is something we should consider today. Is it really important to live together as parents? Because we don't with her dad. We not separated, but we just don't live together. And I think because of that, or thanks to that, I have so much more time for myself to do things that I like, to be in silence, and to train her into things that I want her to know. Sleeping, link down below for you to know how to sleep train your baby so that she can sleep so much, 12 hours a night by 2 months old. And every nap as well, so that I can do things in her own bedroom. She sleeps, so that's really, really cool as well. I can learn about stuff without disturbance around me. I can organize with my own cleaning. I don't really eat much. I'm into intermittent fasting, so I don't really need to do, and I don't cook. I don't need to do any of that, or very rarely, maybe once a month, I reckon, maybe twice. But not really for myself, it's just to share. But yeah, I can live on my own terms because I live with her in this flat. Doesn't mean I'm alone, and this is something very important. You don't want to be alone, and because you live alone in a flat doesn't mean you have to be alone. And when you go through motherhood, that's something you really want. You don't want to be alone. You suddenly have this crave to be around other people, to share baby times with other babies and other mums, and that's something that wasn't very easy with COVID, this pandemic, but now we can work on this. So yes, your own terms. In today's world, we don't need to be an exclusive couple looking after a baby. I don't think, one, that's enough. Two, that's even enjoyable always, because otherwise you're just going to talk about baby stuff with your partner, and you may be losing track of who you are beyond a mother with your partner. And for me, I do like the fact that I can share me, Maryam, being a maybe fun woman, creative partner, someone we can do other things together with, but not just focused on babyhood all the time, because this can make you lose track of yourself and who you want to be and who you are today beyond being a mom. So number one, question the way you live with a baby, how you want to do, and create your own rules. So diversity means, if you live like that, I mean, if you're going to create diversity around your child, for me the question was, how am I going to do that? So there's ways. So either family members meeting other mums who have babies and gather together and create routines together. Let's say maybe one day a week you spend an hour together walking in the park with a pram. Maybe another day a week you do an activity, sensory activity. We do some little yoga baby class together with other mums, and then you can socialize and share this time together. Maybe you want to invite your other mums over, those who want to create a business, and you want to do a bit of business together while your baby is sleeping, because you have sleep trained your baby, very important. Or maybe you want to spend time together, bath time with babies, and things like that. And if you create that in terms of routine on a daily or every other day as a habit, this is something healthy that you can do, for which you don't have to just be around your family. And your baby can be surrounded by other type of people. Then another way is nursery or babysitters, childminders. These can also help, and if it's only at the beginning 1 hour a week, it's still fine. Your baby will still be around other people, and you will have this 1 hour to yourself where you can just lay down and close your eyes and meditate, go to a yoga class or whatever it is, and maybe do some shopping if this is what you want. Although I would recommend to really pamper yourself and do things for yourself only. There's just other ways, and this is in today's video my conclusion is, because I'm going to stop there, no matter how you are going to change in today's world, diversity, creativity is a must when having a baby, and you don't want to be that old-fashioned mom anymore who was kind of struggling or trying to be this and that, trying to match her parents' wishes, trying to heal her traumas through her baby. You don't want to do that. You want to recreate things that you know are great, and you want to create a diversity and a funful life. But at the same time, you want to take care of yourself, keep working and do things for yourself. And you can have time to do all of this if you connect with other moms and you connect with like-minded people, meaning people who also have a baby. Every mom out there, no matter the religion, the background, the diet, every mom out there is a mom and has a loving heart like you when you become a mom, and even before that, okay? And wants to just connect with other mom. That's fine. That's all we want, no matter what. So basically, motherhood is going to bring you to unity lifestyle, unity consciousness, unity compassion, and conditional love. And I think this is a good thing. And being a better version of yourself. Without going through the superwoman, tendency of wanting to do it all by yourself, because this is not about that. Okay, to every mom out there, and whoever wants to be a mom, and whoever has this love for others anyway, I'm wishing you all the best. And if you want to connect, leave a comment down below. If you have any ideas of connecting with other moms, let me know. And till then, I'll catch you up in the next video. Bye.